Kenshi offers some of the best and most unique mods known to gaming, with an active community of different mod authors who constantly pour their hearts out into making the game even more special. And just in the past year, there's been so many different mods that have come out that make the game worth returning to. My Kenshi gang series has been a lot of fun, and a lot of you guys have been asking me to make a mod list for this series. I mean, a lot of you guys have been asking me. So finally, here it is. You guys get it because you guys have been doing great with the support. Not only in this video am I going to go over some of my favorite mods from over 100 hand-picked mods, you'll be able to play with the entire collection of mods through the Steam collection that I linked in the description. All you gotta do is go to that Steam collection and that'll be the full list of every mod that I use in this playthrough. Let me just warn you, this mod list won't be perfect or optimized, okay? Like, I put this list together based off of my favorite mods from the past few years. And on top of that, I am continuing to add to that, so there may be some glitches or wackiness caused by some of these mods. These are just all the mods that I currently use in my gameplay series, so if you want to play Kenshi just like Cool Kid Croc, here you go. Before we start though, leave a like and subscribe to help get me out of a projects. I want to be the first Kenshi YouTuber to own a Lamborghini, so let's make it happen. You can check out the Discord server in the description below too. We got like 200 people in there right now, and we got our own chat dedicated to sharing new Kenshi mods. So it's a great place to chill and talk to other cool kids like me. Now, let's jump into the coolest mods of the list. I'll keep it a bit in like categories, so first let's start with some game overhaul mods. Now, Kenshi is a game full of limitless possibilities, but in vanilla the standard cap for characters you can have is only set at 30, but with a 256 recruitment mod it'll allow you to go far past that. I use this mod in almost every playthrough of Kenshi. With more characters, it lets you do more things like start a literal empire. You can have different cities controlled by different characters. There's so many different things you can do. It will take you a long time to get this many people recruited and trained up, so if you're aiming to have a playthrough that lasts you maybe a few hundred to a few thousand hours, then this mod is definitely a must. This is one of my wacky animation mods I really love. Flashier Fight makes the game's already insane fights, and it makes them even more insane by adding new attacks that are variations of ways to get fucked up. Some of these attacks include the random left cut sword chop, the cocky jump kick, or the out of nowhere left palm strike. I highly recommend this mod because it's going to make your battles even more entertaining to watch. Now, I don't hear many people talk about this mod, but with over 100,000 people subscribed to it, you know it's good. Race Blood is revolutionary. What it does is it assigns a color to each character's blood. So when you're in battles and blood splatters all over the ground, depending on which race it is. So when you're in battle and blood splatters everywhere, depending on if it's a hive, it'll bleed yellow. If it's a Shek, it'll bleed blue. I really like this mod because it helps the battlefield tell a unique story after each battle. Seeing which races were hurt the most, it adds a bit of depth to your battlefield and makes the game look way cooler than just a bunch of red puddles. One of the best Kenshi mods to have though is definitely Recruitable Prisoners. There's a lot of different characters in the world of Kenshi, from Empire citizens to slaves to bandits, and now you can recruit anyone simply by kidnapping them and putting them in a cage, and often by starving them nearly to death. You will now be able to recruit just about anyone you see in the game. This mod is really good and even has a lot of different options for dialogue depending on who you're trying to recruit. So while a dust bandit might be easy to join your group, it'll be a lot harder to get a high-ranking character to join, sometimes requiring you to either give them a lot of money or maybe get a certain item for them. Now let's move on to some of the character mods, as the highlight of the Kenshi gang series definitely lies within some of the awesome heroes we've met so far. In my Kenshi videos, I've been asked a lot about my character Chompy. What the hell is he? Chompy comes from the Processor Unit mod, and this mod adds a robotic animal similar to the Bone Dog. Chompy basically has the strength of a beak thing though, and he hits for insanely high numbers. So when he isn't fighting or killing, Chompy spends most of his time feeding on fallen foes, or really anyone who's knocked out. So if you do install this mod, just be careful if you bring one of these guys into a city with a prison. You might go to buy a prisoner later and check on him to find out he's eating all of the prisoners alive. Another crowd favorite in my videos is definitely B01, the unstoppable skeleton who has a base stat of 300 in each of his limbs. B01 comes from the Robotic limb-based skeletons mod, and this is a mod which basically makes new skeletons based off of limbs that are in the game. So this will add 12 brand new variants for skeletons, and this is one of my favorite mods to have in every playthrough. If you're ever feeling like maybe your army lacks skeleton variety, then go ahead and check out this mod. It'll definitely solve that. Now Now this giant beast of a unit is from the old Ironsides creature mod. He's one of 4 unique recruits spread across the land of Kenshi that are added in from this mod. These guys are classified as creatures and are really strong, making for unique members of any army. The old Ironside I have named Zagan guards the leader of my faction and adds a lot of unique situations to each battle. The animations and the attacks he pulls off in battle are sweet, and watching him defend our base is awesome. If you're looking to have one super OP unit on the field, this is definitely the mod to go grab. This next mod adds a very powerful monster to the game, and in fact it adds 3 of them that'll make the already deadly Deadlands even more deadly, and say that 3 times fast. The Mech Leviathan is like a boss battle. If you guys want to check out, I already made a huge video before where I had ran into one during my playthrough and he killed one of my guys, so we had to go train up crossbows and aimants and get guns and all this other shit. It was an insane adventure just to take on this beast, and with him having over 6,000 HP in each limb, the monster is just insanely powerful. Now the mistlands around Mongrel keep most of the citizens inside of the city gates due to fear of being eaten alive by the Fogman hives. But if you played Kenshi for a while now, you know it's not too hard to beat up these guys. In fact, at a certain point, it's like Mongrel becomes pathetic. To help bring some more fear into Mongrel, meet the Mist Ghouls. They're a lore-friendly foe that are kind of rare to come across, but when you do, you're in for quite a battle. These lengthy mofos got the arms of Trevor from Trailer Park Boys, so stand back and don't get too close. The game has a lot of markets in vanilla, but very few will ever function. Now, meet the Market Stalls mod. If you're tired of a world not working like it should be, build it your own way. You can now put market stalls in your in-game cities. You'll be able to place down a stall as well as a chest, and then NPCs throughout the day will visit your city and buy whatever you put in it. It also adds a bunch of ways that you can decorate these stalls to make them even more immersive and awesome. Ever feel like the world of Kenshi is missing a bit of leisure activities? Well, feel no more. Feeling is not allowed here. Leisure objects and furniture fixes exactly that, adding a whole lot of different activities such as chess and dice, which will actually train science. You can also play music, and that'll train your dexterity. Or if you want to be a cool kid, you can even hit up a smoke circle and build up your damage resistance. This mod is a great addition for more in-game furnitures and ways to make your bar or buildings feel a bit more unique than the average ones you come across in the wasteland. Now, torture in Kenshi is no new concept, and with the Peeler Machine mod, you'll now be able to bring this fun pastime into your city or outpost for just 5 easy payments of $19.99. No, I'm just kidding. All you gotta do is subscribe to it on the workshop. Other than capturing enemies and using the Peeler Machine to pay back the local bandits who have been pissing on your farms, the Peeler Machine is actually really useful for getting rid of limbs. Most big brain Kenshi players know that limbs just aren't that good when compared to the possibilities and benefits you can gain from having skeleton-based limbs. So feel free to put one of your companions in there, strap them up, and then give them some robo limbs. They'll be fighting and running better than ever. If normal arms or skeleton arms weren't enough for you, how about chainsaw arms? Yes, with this Kenshi mod, you can attach literal chainsaws to your characters. This will replace their arms, and it is super deadly in martial arts. I did this to Beep. In my playthrough, you know, everybody knows Beep wants to become a master swordsman, but no, he just became a sword man. The only downside is that we now have to order 27-ply toilet paper in order to compensate for his arms. This drains my city's resources, but it is well worth it. Now, those are a good handful of some of the amazing mods I've been using, and I really wanted to show off. Make sure you check out the full mod list collection in order to start the playthrough of a lifetime. Remember to like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Kenshi content. And anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah, you're gonna show the world that you have